Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Homage to the Blessed One, the Worthy One, the Supremely Enlightened One. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Homage to our Venerable Teacher Bhante, Pinwat Loku Swamin Wahanse. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Meritorious Dhamma friends and children, now we are going to listen to the second part of the Chathummaharajika Sutta we learnt before. You remember the heavenly beings come to this human world and then they go here and there, everywhere in the world to look for something very special. Something very special, 5 good qualities from the people who live in this human world. Do you remember the first one? The person who behaves properly towards their mother and father. The person who behaves properly towards ascetics and Brahmins, which means Swamin Wahanselas or venerable monks, who honors the elders of the family and who observes the 8 precepts on the full moon Poya day and Uposatha Poya day. And then the 5th quality is who collects good merits by doing meritorious deeds. These are the 5 things they look for from the people who live in this human world. And then if we continue the second part of the sutta, the discourse, so the Buddha explains like this. If because there are few people who behave properly towards their mother and father, a few people who behave properly, very few people who behave properly towards their mother and father, few people who behave properly towards ascetics and Brahmins, towards Bandhas, few people who honors the elders of the family, few people who observes Uposatha precepts, 8 precepts, few people who collects good merit by doing meritorious deeds. Not many. So the Buddha says, the 4 great kings report this to Tavatimsa Devas when they meet and are sitting together in the Sudhamma council. Sudhamma council is the Dhamma hall in the 2nd heavenly world called Tavatimsa. It's very huge, like 5,000 kilometers long. All the heavenly beings, all the Devas come and sit in the Tavatimsa, in the Sudhamma council to listen to Dhamma. It's a Dhamma hall. And then when they are sitting, assembling in the Sudhamma council hall, the 4 great kings go there on the Uposatha day, the full moon Poya day, and report the information they collected from the human world. What are the information they collected? The people, the names of the people who have these 5 qualities. Remember? They report this news like this. Reverend says, there are few people who behave properly towards their mother and father, few people behave properly towards ascetics and Brahmins, few people who honors the elders of the family, few people observe the 8 precepts, the Uposatha precepts, few people collect good merit by doing meritorious deeds. Not many, like maybe from Sri Lanka, if it is time like that, maybe 10 people when they come to the human world, they meet 10 people From Canada, maybe they meet 5 people. From Toronto, maybe 2 people. From London, maybe not many, like 8 or so. From Sydney, they see 3 people. Many people do not observe 8 precepts. They don't go to temple and offer dana to Bhantes. They don't. Very few people, they have a very small list of the names of the people. And then the Buddha says that then because of this, the Taoism Devas become displeased. They do not become happy. They are not happy about this bad news because they do not see many people who have good merits from the human world. Then because of this reason, Tao thinks Devas become very displeased, saying, alas, the celestial company will decline and the company of asuras will flourish. They are not happy about this bad news because they do not see people who come to their worlds after this life. To be born in a heavenly world like Tavatings or Chathummaharajika, someone needs to have good merits. How can you collect good merits to be born in a safe world rather than this human world? Behave properly towards your mother and father. Giving dana to Bhantes, respecting, developing good qualities, and keeping precepts. Going for refuge, worshipping the stupas, treating the Bodhi trees, and helping the elders and many people. Dana, sila and bhavana, generosity, virtuous behavior, meditation, metta, loving kindness, compassion, many things you can do. They are not happy. They do not become happy if you are a person who do not have these qualities. Because you are not someone else. After death, you do not go to their worlds. They like to have their big companies in their heavenly worlds. They like their company to become flourish. And then on the other hand, when we do not develop these 5 qualities in our lives, Buddha explains something very serious. In the sutta, they say that alas, the celestial company will decline and the company of the asuras will flourish. So the people who do not have these qualities will be born in a bad world like asura, maybe in the other bad worlds. So in this longer course of samsara, we are born and then we live and then we die. We die and then it's not the end of our life. We are reborn according to our karma, according to the good or bad merit we collect. We will be reborn in a different world. Our next destination is decided by our karma. When we have good merit with the death, we will be born in a safe world, happy and safe. When we have bad qualities, bad merit, we will happen to be born in a bad world like hell, in a bad world like animal world, asura world, ghost world. We will not be happy when we have bad merit. So the celestial beings or the heavenly beings, they want us to collect good merits because they want their company to flourish. And then Buddha says, but if there are many people who behave properly towards their mother and father, behave properly towards ascetics and Brahmins, to Venerable Bhantes, honor the elders of the family, doing meritorious things, and observing 8 precepts, the precepts, and collecting good merits by doing meritorious deeds. Many people from Colombo, many thousands of millions of people from Sydney, many people from Japan, from Germany, from Africa, from France, from the US, many people from this human world. They are very happy like this. They say, the Buddha says that the 4 great kings report this to thousands of Devas when they meet and sitting together in the Sudhamma council hall. On the opposite day, full moon Poya day, they gather together, and 4 great kings go and report this like this. The information they collected, the names of the people, they report. Reverend says there are many people who behave properly towards their mother and father, behave properly towards ascetics and Brahmins, the venerable monks, honor the elders of the family, observe Posata precepts, keep extra observances days, and do meritorious deeds. Then, because of this, the thousands Devas become elated, saying, indeed the celestial company will flourish and the company of asuras will decline. Then the next destination of our life is decided by the karma, by the good and bad merits we collect. If you like to have a safer place next time as well, you want to collect good merit by starting from home, starting from your house, respecting and following and treating your parents first. Parents are the first teachers of your life. Parents give everything to you. They like your happiness, and they want you to become good people. If you are a child, they give good education. They feed you. They give everything to you. So you want to treat back. You should have that gratitude, the gratefulness, the thankfulness to treat your parents. That's a huge good merit that helps you be born in a safer world after this life. And then you should go to temple and offer dana, respect monks, follow the Dhamma they speak. You want to respect the elders of the family. And then you want to observe the precepts. Do not neglect this. You want to keep 5 precepts every day, and that's the 5. That's also a good way of the very good way of collecting good merits. And on opposite days, you want to go further for 8 precepts. It's a must. When you collect these things, when you develop your good qualities like this, your next life will be very happy. If you live in this human world again and again and again in this samsara, it is not a good idea. It will not be a perfect idea. If you like to be free from this samsara, because the Buddha's teachings, Buddha's dispensation will vanish from this human world in the future. If you will be born in this human world again, maybe you will not meet the Supreme Buddha's teachings again and again and again. But if you will be born in a heavenly world like Tavatimsa, the dispensation is bright and brilliant in their worlds. Still, they practice, they speak, they gather together in the Sudhamma Council to practice, to talk Dhamma. If you can go there after this life, you will get the very good opportunity to associate the heavenly beings who have achieved the fruits of the path. Maybe like Sotapanna, Sakadagami, or Anagami. Heavenly beings will come to you and welcome you. And then they give their words and help you to practice Dhamma. You will be, and on the other hand, the heavenly worlds are very safe. They have very longer life. If you know the lifespan in the second heavenly world, how things are, 100 years in the human world is a day in the Tao Things heavenly world. They have 1,000 years like that. One day is like 100 years of the human world. When you live 100 years in the human world, it's like one day in the Tao Things heavenly world. Then 30 days is a month. And then 365 days in the Tao Things world is a year. And like that years, you have 1,000 in the Tao Things heavenly world. It's a longer lifespan. The teachings are available. The Supreme Buddha's Dhamma is there. The heavenly beings who have achieved the fruits of path live there and help you. And then on the other hand, they do not have traffic. They have no virus like corona or something. They are healthy. They do not fight for lands. They don't have garbage like we do. They don't have heart attacks, sugar problems, cholesterol. They don't want gyms, or they don't want to go to universities to have their education. They don't want to go to jobs and make their money. They don't. They don't have mortgage. The mansions are manifestation. Mansions are from the merit they collect. It's a safer place. The only thing that you can do there is practicing Dhamma. When you get this opportunity, you have more time to listen to Dhamma in the Tao Things heavenly world, in the Sudhamma Council Hall, in the Dhamma Hall. You have freedom. You do not have back pain like you do have today. You listen, you practice, you concentrate your mind, you practice virtuous behavior. This is a good idea. So how can you give a start for this perfect path to release from the suffering? You start today from your home. How do you start? Behave properly towards your mother and father. It's such a beautiful idea. When you do not have these human qualities, you will not have divine qualities. You will not get the opportunity to be free from suffering. So the Supreme Buddha gave this beautiful Dhamma talk to Bhantes. The Bhantes go from village to village to preaching this Dhamma, giving this Dhamma to lay people to practice, to take care of their parents, to respect the monks, give dana, alms food, to respect the elders of the family, to keep precepts, to meditate, to collect good merit. So the people who do these things will be very fortunate to be born in a beautiful world after this life. Actually, they have a beautiful life in this human world too, in this life. When they collect good merits by doing these wonderful things in their lives, they are absolutely happy. They can be very happy. They have no stress, they have no anxiety, depression. because they are living happily. They keep precepts, they meditate, they go to temple to calm their mind, to listen to Dhamma. They are not stressed out. But the people without Dhamma, they are very busy. They they are not happy. They are not satisfied about with the money they earn. They want more. They want more. They collect more. But the noble disciple of the Supreme Buddha is not like that. They develop good qualities. They work hard to give something to this world out of metta, out of loving kindness. They keep precepts. They don't like to harm anybody else. Even they don't speak any bad word to other people to make them unhappy. So the people who collect good merits will be fortunate to live happily in this life. They will be happy in the next life as well, to be born in a safer world rather than this. And they will get the opportunity to practice Dhamma, develop their concentration, and understand the Four Noble Truths, realizing the nature of this life, releasing from the mass of suffering of the samsara. This powerful message is very important in our life. If you read this wonderful discourse again from Anguttara Nikaya, the name is Chathummaharajika Sutta, Kings, for great kings. You learn these 5 qualities and develop and collect good merits. You make these 2 worlds safe, and you will be free from suffering in the great samsara. May this wonderful Dhamma will be very supportive to everybody to practice this Dhamma and make your life fortunate and safe, and to be free from all the sufferings in the samsara. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Namo Buddhaya.